For instance, if you had a home that was 500 Ghana cedis, 500,000 Ghana cedis on the market, and you decide to buy, chances are you may get a nice, beautiful, finished home, ready to move in home, and then you also know the cost. It is there. It's on the building. Let's just put it literally. It's on the building. But if you choose to build, you may not know the cost unless you have somebody who will do the bills of quantities. And in Ghana, most often we don't go for the experts because even as Christina is saying, it may cost money. And so most people will cut corners, and by the time they finish building the homes, they have spent so much, or they get stuck along the line. So I would say that it's cost effective to buy. You have so many competitors on the market, and you have ranges. There are people building luxurious homes, but then you also have the affordable homes on the market.
So why do you think we drive by and see a lot of uncompleted homes then?
Yes, so it's because, traditionally we've been told to just buy a piece of land, buy sand, cement, blocks, and start. That's a traditional thing we all carry. And in doing so, most people will start, and because they don't have an idea of how much it's going to cost them, they probably don't even have stable incomes. But just because they had some amount of money, they decided to just venture into building. And then they get stuck on the way. I have had an experience being a first-time homeowner back in my 20s where I attempted building a house. And I ended up having an uncompleted house. And so I think that the best thing to do would be to buy the house, and that would reduce the incidence of uncompleted homes, in our urban cities. In fact, if you look at the population and home census of 2021, it says that there are almost 80,000 uncompleted buildings in urban cities in Ghana. And then you have over 250,000 people living in uncompleted homes, and they are littered all over the city. So I think the best thing would be for us, for the person who wants to buy a home or build a home or own a home, to just be bold enough, put money together and buy a home.